Velina ke aloha kaina ya kākua pau. Aloha everyone and welcome. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the life and legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. My name is Damien with Native Hawaiian Health, and I have the privilege of starting us off today with a Hawaiian oli, an oli aloha, that speaks of love, speaks of tolerance and acceptance, and especially in regard to the patients as they come and visit us here at Queens Hospital. Oli aloha. O nauna kalame kalehua e halelehua no ia nakano. O kauno ia unei e rihane o yo haiti mei. Haiti mei no ku haiti puno me ke aloha. Aloha e, aloha e, aloha e.
Thank you, Damien. Aloha, everyone. It was almost 30 years ago when a public relations specialist from Queens by the name of Carol Stevens and I went to the office of the then president of Queens, Mr. Art Usajima, and the request was that a tree or something be planted on campus in honor of the life and legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. Mr. Usajima immediately said yes, and a tree, I didn't know anything at that time. They kept saying bottle brush tree from Australia, which is this tree right here. It was about 10 feet high, and we planted it with a lovely plaque in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. We have had this ceremony every year since then. One year during COVID, it was only Marcus and I out here because we couldn't take the chance. And sometimes it's been pouring with rain. Today we're blessed with a cool and hopefully sunny day. And we just want to thank you all for joining us. E pule kako for this time, for the women and men who have gathered, for those who will see this later in the video, we ask your blessings. Blessings upon our healthcare systems, blessings upon the leaders of our healthcare systems, blessings upon the leaders of our state, the leaders of our nation, the leaders of the world, blessings for peace and justice and understanding always. Amen. I get the privilege of introducing our president and CEO, Mr. Jason Chang, to come and say a few words. Jason.
Good morning and aloha. What a special day it is. As I was coming over here, I walked out of my office and across the street, a glimmer of sun had just shined right underneath the trees under there, and it had this yellow-orange glow, and I thought, how perfect to start this ceremony as we recognize Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., to have such a heavenly aura around, just what you're looking at. And I think that it really reflects on, what we're celebrating today. So Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. really represented human rights and equity, and did so in a peaceful manner, and really tried to spread the word across his entire body, of life, which was cut short. And we recognize all of the efforts and the things that he stood for. And it makes me reflect on our founder, King Kamehameha IV, and the beginning of every year, it's the perfect time because we celebrate the Queen's birthday, and then we subsequently in February get to celebrate our King's birthday. And as you go back, every year I go back and I try to read a little bit about, their history. And as I was doing that, I was reading about 1849 and 1850 when King Alexander and his brother Lot had made a journey through the South and were going to Philadelphia. And after that, they got on a train and they went up to New York. And in the middle of that journey, they were asked to remove themselves from the first class of the train, and they refused to. And in the diaries that you read, King Kamehameha wrote about the naivety of the people, that were there, and that in many regards that the people of the United States or America were, maybe behind times. They didn't understand human rights and the equality of all people. And then he also documented that if you went to England, that somebody could buy a ticket and sit next to the Queen of England, but really brought back, the reason why we stand behind our mission, which is to take care of Native Hawaiians and all the people of Hawaii. So in many regards, diversity and equity was, founded upon here in Hawaii by King Kamehameha IV, who is our founder. And so we have an opportunity every day to reflect on the things that he stood for and make a tremendous difference in how we take care of people, no matter where they come from, socioeconomic status, the color of their skin, their gender, their background. We actually get to live in the footsteps of our founders. I think that's tremendously special. And so as we reflect on Martin Luther King Jr. today, I want you to think back about the connection between our king and our founders and why we stand here in Hawaii. So mahalo for letting me say just a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Each year we are privileged by having chaplains from Pacific Health Ministry, the organization that has employed me for 32 years. We asked the chaplains to come and do something artistic. One year we had a chaplain who actually put on what would be like a Broadway show, and she was good. Other times we have people playing the keyboard, the guitar, but this is the first time that we have a quartet. I call them the Pacific Health Ministry Quartet, to come. Chaplain Kudol, who's a staff chaplain, my partner here at Queens Manamana, Chaplain Susanna, Chaplain Joshua, and Chaplain Anne Marie, who are chaplain residents serving with Pacific Health Ministry. Please welcome the PHM Quartet.
So this song is for peace, hope, light, and love. Peace before us, peace behind us, peace under our feet. Peace within us, peace over us, let all around us be peace. Love before us, love behind us, love under our feet. Love within us, love over us, let all around us be love. Hope before us, hope behind us, hope under our feet. Hope within us, hope over us, let all around us be hope. Light before us, light behind us, light under our feet. Light within us, light over us, let all around us be light.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, chaplains. For those seeking a special occasion, and if you want the PHM quartet, I have just become their manager. So thank you. I was 16 in April 1968 when the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. And over the years since that time in my teens, and especially in my 20s when I went to seminary and beyond, I would reflect heavily on his last and one of his most famous addresses, which is commonly known as "I Went to the Mountaintop." Recall, Dr. King tells the audience on April 3rd, 1968, that he was allowed by God to go to the top of a mountain, and he looked over and he saw the promised land. Dr. King went on to say he may not get there, but that we as a people would get to the promised land. But what did that mean? So I pondered it. We used to have chat rooms in the seminary. My pastor, the Reverend Dr. Curtis Paul DeYoung, a King scholar, and I had many breakfasts to talk about this, and we still don't know what it actually meant. But what I think it means, or what it means to me, is there will come a time, hopefully, that we can join together as people on planet Earth with different cultures and religions, various faith traditions, political views, people coming together as heterosexual and gay and trans, people coming together, rich and poor, living together in harmony. We're not there yet, but I made a promise when we had the first Dr. King ceremony, probably 28 years ago, that we would have this ceremony every year until there will be peace and freedom for everyone. The civil rights activist, Miss Fannie Lou Hamer, famously said, "Nobody is free until everybody is free." And we need to live that out in all ways and for the rest of our lives. So thank you again for attending. At this time, I'm honored to introduce another Pacific Health Ministry colleague of mine, the Reverend Dr. Thomas Hong, to bring forth a benediction. Afterwards, we'll join together. I'm going to ask the quartet to come back and also join, and my wife, Kathy. I'm asking all good voices to come, and we'll sing "Let There Be Peace on Earth." Dr. Hong.
Thank you, Reverend Miles. And at this time, please receive this benediction inspired by the words of the Reverend Dr. King, who said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. May we all become the light, may we all become the love in this world as we continue to journey forth together as the Queen's Ohana." Amen.
Quartet, please come back up here. Please come back up. Kathy Miles, please come up. I'll hear about that tonight, by the way. Please come up, come, don't be shy. And others who have good voices. We're gonna sing "Let There Be Peace on Earth."
We'll follow Kathy.
You get us started.
Oh, no.
Let there be peace on earth.
I don't know it either. And we'll follow Kathy.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator children all are we. Let us walk together in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
You see why I asked Kathy to come up and sing. Thank you. This concludes the ceremony.